Hey, it's Jose here, and I just wanted to let you know that if you have a message to share, I want to tell you about Anchor. It is free, and it is an easy way to create a podcast for you to share that message. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. Everything you need to make a podcast in one place. There are certain creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. And most importantly, you can get your message out to the world and impact the lives that you were created to impact. Download Anchor right now. My name is Jose Vargas, and I am on a mission to help you create breakthroughs in your personal and professional life so that you can grow and lead your life with excellence. Welcome to the Jose Vargas Show. I am your host, Jose Vargas. Thank you so much for listening. As always, my goal for this podcast is to awaken, to empower, and equip you so that you can get unstuck and be a leader worth following, achieve your biggest goals, and have bigger impact. In this episode, I'm super excited because I want to show you the 5 exhilarating benefits of having a coach. Stay tuned to the end of this podcast for a free gift that I created especially for you, titled The 5 Qualities to Look For as You're Hiring a Coach. So what does The Rock, Tiger Woods, Bible character Timothy, and Michael Jordan all have in common? They all had or currently have a coach. That's right. All these great people have or had a coach in their lives. David Rienzi has been Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's strength and conditioning coach for about 7 years, and in that time, he has gone on to make headlines for being the man behind the former wrestling's impressive physique, right? The Rock is, I think, every guy's role model. But anyways, Hank Haney is an American professional golf instructor best known for coaching Tiger Woods. And check this out. Michael Jordan, and I was just doing some research on Google, and Michael Jordan, in high school, he had Clifton Pop Herring as a coach. In 81 to 84 at UNC, he had Dean Smith. In the 1984 Olympics, he had Bob Knight. In the 84-85 Chicago Bulls, he had Kevin Lawhardy. In 85 to 86, he had Stan Outback. In 86 to 89, he had Doug Collins. In 89 to 98, we know, right, he had Phil Jackson. And in 1992, the Olympic Dream Team, he had Chuck Daly. The Apostle Paul, who literally served and wrote most of the New Testament Bible, he is known for coaching Timothy. Paul apparently met Timothy as a young man and was very instrumental in Timothy's future as a missionary that helped shape the early church, the early Christian church. All these people in their industry had coaches who helped them continue to grow. In other words, to grow to your next level, you need a coach. So in this episode, I'm going to give you the 5 exhilarating benefits of having one, of having a coach. So let's jump right into it, shall we? All right. The first reason or the first benefit of having a development or what I call breakthrough coach is that you will get unstuck. That person is going to help you get unstuck, okay? I remember, and I often share this story, and if you're a podcast listener, you know this story that when I was about in the 6th grade or so, I went rock climbing for the very first time. And I was very confident going up. It's when I went up and looked down that I got stuck. Fear rushed in, and I got stuck on top of that wall. And I remember the longer I stayed up there, the more, the larger the crowd at the bottom got, right? And the more embarrassed I became. And so as I got stuck, this man, right? He came up and he helped me see that it was safe to climb back down. And so without judgment, this man helped me come down safely. Now, I was able to get unstuck because somebody came up. Somebody who understood the process of climbing that wall and the process for coming down the wall. They understood the steps. They understood the systems, if you will. And when you hire a great breakthrough coach, they will help you come down or get unstuck from your current situation. The benefit number 2 is in hiring a coach is that they help you see yourself in a new way. In other words, they bring perspective. Oftentimes, it's hard to see areas in your own life that aren't working, right? Or the reason why something isn't growing, or the reason why something isn't clicking. It's hard to see your small yet significant flaws or shortcomings even. Someone once said that you can't see the picture when you are inside the frame. And you and I are inside the frame. And oftentimes to grow to that next level, say it's to build your leadership skills, or to build your business, or your relational skills, or the way you handle money, or your communication skills, or the reason you can't get into the shape you desire. You need a coach who will help you see those shortcomings and call them out and help you create a pathway forward to solve that problem and reach those goals. You need someone who will bring clear perspective to your situation. And that's how breakthroughs happen. Number 3, the third benefit to hiring a breakthrough coach is that you will gain new insights and understanding. How? Well, a great coach will challenge you by asking you questions. Okay? They will challenge you by asking you great questions. A great coach will not just tell you what to do. All right. If you want someone to tell you what to do, then you need a consultant. But if you want to discover your own answers, and if you want to become more confident, which is another benefit, by the way, I challenge you to hire a coach. A great coach will ask you great questions that will make you search deeper than you will ever on your own. And let's be real. Oftentimes we let ourselves off the hook, right? We say we're going to commit to a New Year's resolution or a goal or whatever the case may be. And because we're not committed to someone, we feel that we don't really have that obligation. So we quit. We cut corners, or we revert back to making excuses and say things like, well, this is just who I am. And the reality is that you can change. You can get better. You can accomplish that breakthrough goal that you've been after, reaching that next level. You can become a leader worth following. And in the process, learn new aspects of yourselves that you've never seen before. You will learn about your motivations. You will learn about your expectations, and you will learn about your capacity and your willingness to take action towards the very things that you're seeking to get a breakthrough in. Okay? And number 4, another benefit of hiring a breakthrough coach is that your vision is expanded and clarified. I love this one. Your vision is expanded and clarified. I know for me that when I speak to a good coach, my vision always gets expanded and it gets clarified. Okay? And when you articulate your vision and you start taking concrete steps towards that vision for your life or your organization, your vision will likely expand and it will become clearer. The likelihood of us accomplishing the goal or the big vision increases now, because now you can actually see it as a possibility and a reality. And that is the power of having someone asking you great questions, because they will help you see that vision, and they will help you articulate that vision, and they will help you manifest that vision and clarify that vision, and the likelihood of you achieving that vision increases. And the 5th benefit of having a coach is when you have a coach, you go higher. You really do. You grow personally, emotionally, relationally, financially. You grow, you develop, because a great coach will help you create a growth plan and a strategy forward, which will in turn translate to an increase in your income, in your capacity, in your influence, in your leadership. You know, leadership expert John Maxwell says in one of his books that he calls, every one of us has what he calls the law of the lid. And in it, he says basically that every person, every leader has a lid, a limitation. And they go as far as they can go by themselves until they hit that ceiling, that limit. And literally, when you bring someone from the outside, a coach, okay, that person will help you lift that lid, therefore increasing your potential, increasing your impact potential, your relational potential in every aspect of your life. A coach supports and encourages you and helps you along the way. When you feel confused, when you feel down and out, when you feel lost, that person will help you find clarity and encourage you along the way. And so hiring a coach will literally help you find your strengths and weaknesses. I know for me, one of the things that I do for my clients, I allow them to take a world-class assessment that literally they can carry in their pocket, which will help them communicate effectively at work with their subordinates or even with their employees or coworkers. And it basically shows them 4 views of themselves, right? It lets them see their core motives. In other words, what motivates them at their core, at their job. It shows them who they are, what are their top strengths, what they can bring to those jobs, and how can they excel. What they can bring to the team and how can the team excel. And so what happens when they overuse these strengths, right? And how overusing these strengths can create conflict for them. So I show them all these things and also how they can articulate and communicate effectively for maximum impact, which accelerates their progress and increases their ability to lead more effectively. So again, as you experience all of this transformation from having a coach, you become more confident. You really do. You become bolder. You become more accomplished. Because now you realize, okay, I'm going somewhere here. I'm doing something with my life, with my leadership. I'm not stagnant, I'm not stuck, but I'm doing something. I'm growing because now you're not only setting goals, but you're also accomplishing them, these external goals and also internal goals. So a coach is really an investment in your life and in your business and in your organization. So whether you're running a business, whether you're a leader of an organization, whether you're simply a leader of your home and you're just trying to get better and just trying to reach that next level, you can benefit from hiring a great coach. And if you're thinking, Jose, only people with a lot of money have coaches. Let me just say that's a myth, okay? Or only people who are struggling or are stuck need a coach. That's also a myth. Coaches are for people who want to continue to grow and excel. Again, think about how I started this episode. Think about Tiger Woods. Think about Michael Jordan. Think about the best business leaders in the world. They all have coaches. And they are the best in the world. Think about The Rock. He has a coach. Okay? So people who want to continue to grow, who want to continue to be challenged, they have coaches. Now, if you don't want to grow, if you're comfortable where you are, then yeah, you don't need a coach. But if you want to accelerate, if you want to grow in a shortest amount of time, then you need a coach. And you don't have to mortgage your home in order to hire one or get in debt in order to hire one, okay? But if you're interested, then there is a pathway for you to find one, for one that meets your needs, right? And can match up with you. Now, not all coaches are created equal. You have to find a coach that really fits your values, your belief system. As a matter of fact, I created a free guide, like I promised in the beginning, which is the 5 qualities to look for as you're hiring a coach. You can download that today in the show notes, or you can go to reachinghighernow.com/podcast and download that guide today. This guide will basically help you kind of do an interview process on what to look for in a coach. Okay, does that person share your values? Is that person empathetic? Is that person accomplished? Is that person continuing to grow in their own lives, right? Do I have a connection with that person? Do I feel like I can trust that person? Does that person have a good reputation? Can I afford this person? And can this person help me to get where I want to get to? Okay? So, I hope that's very beneficial for you. I hope that's helpful. Listen, in order for you to get to that next level, oftentimes we need someone else who can help us. And like my own personal story, when I was stuck on top of that wall, someone came up who knew the process and helped me come down. All right? And so there is a pathway, there is a way, and I challenge you to hire a coach for your life, for your business, for your organization, or even for your team, so that you can grow to that next level. Now, as always, I want you to remember that it takes time and it takes work. but together we can become a leader worth following. You don't have to remain stuck. You don't have to put up a front, but you can take actionable, practical steps to get breakthroughs and not just accept your life, but lead your life towards excellence and towards impact. Because isn't that what we want? We want to have impact in this world, and we want to impact the people in our lives. I want to thank you for joining me today. If this has been helpful, I want you to share this with another leader, and I'll see you soon. I want to take this time to thank you for being a listener. I would love to hear your thoughts or questions. Make sure to follow me on social media. Send me a message. My handle on Instagram is @ReachHigherNow or on Facebook.com/ReachingHigherNow. Also, be sure to download my free resource for you, the top 10 reasons why people listen to you and why they don't PDF at reachinghighernow.com/podcast, or go directly to the link in the show notes below. Thank you for listening.